Hey everybody, welcome to chair yoga today. All you need today is your body and a chair and a quiet space to practice. So make sure that when you come to practice, you have set aside time for yourself and you've made a commitment to hopefully not be interrupted. So turn your phone off, put a sign on your office door, wherever you practice. Ask your family to honor this time for you to take care of yourself so that you can be a better person and be better for them. I think one of the things that we make as mistakes, especially women, is we tend to be caregivers all the time. We don't necessarily give to ourselves, or it takes something that causes us to decide that we need to be great at self-care. So this is a really important practice. And then I do hope that you take time to listen to the meditation this week. It is a wonderful lesson in self-love and giving yourself what you so easily give to other people. So I'll give you a little snippet as we start our practice today. Find a comfortable seat at the edge of your chair so you have just about half of your body, or your body on half of the chair. There's plenty of space behind you to get some of that rounded spine action in. So I want you to place a hand on your heart and then take your other hand and cross it over that hand and then close your eyes. And put a little pressure there on your heart. Really feel as though there's some weight on your heart that you're providing. And I want you to think of someone that you deeply care about who may have been struggling or in pain or ill, and it might be an animal, it might be a child, it might be a friend or a close family member. But remember what it felt like for you to comfort them and to reassure them that they're okay, and letting them know that they're gonna be okay and that you care about them. I want you to take that same energy and push it into your hands, into your own heart, and let yourself know that you're okay. You're going to be okay, that you're loved, that you're cared for. Just really feel yourself nurturing the way that you would nurture somebody that you deeply love. Really, truly feel it. Take a couple of breaths. Pressure, comfort, tender embrace around your own heart. Just feel that. Feel how the body begins to soften into this comfort. Take a couple more breaths. And then start to stretch your arms away from your heart, coming to a giant T shape. Opening up, taking your arms behind you. And then elevating your arms, reaching up, grabbing a wrist. It doesn't matter which wrist, pulling it up and over your head. Feeling the side body wake up. Return to upright position, switch arms, grab your other wrist, pull up and over. Recreate length. Separate your hands, make the T shape again. Now cross your arms in front, wrap your arms into your shoulders and give yourself the giant squeeze. Tuck your elbows down towards your belly. You'll feel your shoulder blades separate and get a nice opening. Inhale, open up wide again. Filling up the body with air. Cross the other way, put the other arm on top. Squeeze in, lower your elbows. Open up your arms to one more T here. Big breath in. Now bring your arms behind you. Let them come down to the seat of your chair, just behind your sitting bones, and lean back onto straight arms. Your fingers are away from you, and the heart is being squeezed forward as the shoulder blades come together. And then draw a line with your nose straight up. We'll stay here, just allowing the heart to open. Maybe visualizing all of that universal love, that is so, so powerful and so evident, especially when we look at nature. How no matter how many storms we have, there is resiliency and tenacity and growth and blossoming and blooming. Take one more breath. And then sit up straight. Bring your right arm in front. Draw a line with your right arm up towards the ceiling. Now bend your elbow as if you're patting yourself on the back, and then reach up and around and grab your elbow with your left hand and pull it in towards your head. Getting a nice tricep stretch. And then arms will float down. Roll your shoulders. Left arm goes high. Bend your elbow, pat yourself on the back, reach up with your right hand, grab the elbow and pull it in towards the head. And breathe. Recreate length and let your arms float down. We're going to keep this tall spine, not getting lazy here in the abdominal region, but really elevating the heart forward, keeping a straight spine here. So I'm not necessarily with my pelvis tucked under, kind of being lazy, and I'm also not rocking forward with my tailbone back here. I'm pretty upright, and my butt bones are directly underneath my sitting bones. Perfect. Take your right arm up to the sky. Cross your left arm over to the right leg and then reach up and over. So we get a really big twist here through the upper body as we rotate left shoulder towards the right while reaching our right arm up and over. Breath in to come up and then let it float. So we'll do it on the other side. Right arm crosses. Left arm this time goes up. We reach up and over, and then we drop our right shoulder towards the center as we look past our left arm. And then come back to center. Rotate the belly button back to front. Go ahead and widen your stance just a little bit. And then start to hinge forward and bring your elbows down onto your legs. So you can see my spine is straight here. And I purposely turned sideways so you can see the kind of action that we're going to have here. So my elbows are bent, palms face down. In a traditional yoga class, this mimics cobra pose, and also it mimics sphinx pose, which where our elbows are grounded into the mat. So I'm going to let my belly fall just a little bit. My tailbone to the back is going to lift up just slightly. It's going to go towards the back there. And then I'm going to begin to push my heart forward and lift my nose. Perfect. Take a long breath in. And when you exhale, pull the belly in, start to straighten your arms, tuck your chin, and round your spine. So this mimics that seated cat and cow. We're kind of recreating cat and cow in a seat. But this mimics the cat stretch with the spine wide and separated, especially at the top. Now let's find a linking with our breath here. Bend your elbows, drag your belly forward, begin to lift your nose and take a breath in. Straighten your arms, round your spine, tuck your chin, breathe out. And do that again. Bend your elbows, take a breath, lift your nose. Straighten your arms, breathe out, and tuck your chin. 2 more. Belly down. Heart forward, breath in, eyes up. Breathe out, round your spine, straighten your arms, tuck your chin. Last time, bend your elbows, drag your belly forward, bring your heart through, lift your nose, breathe in. Straighten your arms, round your spine, and breathe out. We're going to shift the weight into our right elbow. Go ahead and bend it. And you can see that I'm stacked my shoulder over my elbow. I'm going to bring my palm face down. And my left arm will go up as I open up towards the left. So I'm really expanding, bringing my left arm behind me, then up and over. So now I feel the stretch from my whole left side running all the way down into my hip. A breath in to come up, and I switch. My left arm will drop onto my left leg. Right arm goes up and open, big stretch. Now bring my right arm up and over my head, feel it into the side body, into my waist. Rise back up and come back to a front-facing seat and open and close your legs. I'm going to move into the hips just a little bit, kind of getting into a little bit of the lower body today and not so much of the shoulders. We tend to do a lot of shoulders in chair yoga, so we're going to play with the lower body just a little bit. I like to have my feet flat. If you like to have you up on your toes, you can do that as well. You get a little bigger range of motion, but be mindful of your hips here. Bigger is not always better when it comes to our connective tissue. 3 more. 2. Perfect. Now go ahead and lower your feet and walk them in. We're going to take the right leg and cross it over the left. So we've made this little window that our hands can go through. Take your left hand and put it on your right toes and flex your foot. If you are not able to have a flexed foot, go ahead and do the best you can by using your hand to keep your foot in that position. Once you get there, begin to push your heart forward and come as far as it's comfortable. I have a straight spine. That's probably what my body wants right now. If I could and I wanted to go a little bit deeper, I would just round over. But for today, I'm going to stay upright, aiming my heart forward. And then when I reach that edge that says my body has had enough, then I tuck my chin, and that allows the weight in my head to just allow the body to surrender a little bit more into this pose without pushing or forcing anything. Take a big breath. Maybe come down an inch or 2. And just allow the body to feel this. Next time you breathe in, start to come on up. We're going to keep the legs in the shape that they're in. Now your right hand is going to reach over and grab your right foot that's on top of your left. And your left arm will reach around and grab the back of your chair. You can hook it over your chair if you have a high back chair, or if you're like me and just have a low back chair, just drape it over. And then begin to turn towards the back. You'll feel a stretch into the hip, through the belly. Nice. Come back to center. That same leg is now going to slide over the left as if you have a skirt on. Then you're going to aim your belly button for the top of your right knee. Get long first, and now hinge forward and just lay your belly on your leg and tuck your chin. And start to come back up to center. We'll take that series to the other side. So uncross your legs, give it a wiggle if you need to, and then bring your left leg up and over. And then remember your foot. Take your right foot or your right hand and pull your left toes that way towards your knee. So we want to always make sure we have nice right angles when we move into this to protect the knee. So again, find a straight spine and begin to come forward and finding your edge. You may only go this far. You may go further, but really listen to the tissue of the hip and not force it. So you can stay straight like me and barely hinged over, or if your body feels good and you know the health of your hips, go ahead and round your spine and really hunker in. I'm going to stay upright today. Ish. I'm at a diagonal. Just breathe. When we find stillness in the pose and we allow the breath to do the work, we can actually get a little bit deeper if we allow it without forcing it. Perfect. Come on up. Take your left hand now to the foot that's flexed, your left one. Hook your hand on the back of your chair. And then begin to turn that way. Look to the back. Go over your right shoulder. Start to transition the belly back to front. Let go of the foot and let your left leg slide over your right as if you have a skirt on. Remembering to square everything towards the top left leg. Take a breath in. Put your belly forward, let it lay over the bent leg, and then tuck your chin. Just let the upper body do some of the work here. Next time you breathe in, begin to bring your body back upright. You'll uncross the leg and maybe shake it out. Perfect. We're going to move into what I like to refer to as a sciatic stretch for the legs, and it really gets into the backside through the glutes. So take your legs straight. So you might have to scoot back on your chair so you don't slip off the edge there. And cross your right leg over your left. And so legs are straight and they're zipped up into one unit. I like to hold on to my chair here, so you can hold on to wheels if you're in a wheelchair, or onto the sides of your chair, or even the seat of your chair. And then take a long breath in and just hinge forward a tiny bit. It doesn't have to be much. Take another breath in and hinge forward. So you might decide that's plenty for the backs of the legs, into the glutes. That could be plenty for you. If you want a little bit more, start to round your spine, take the weight of your body forward and tuck your chin. Next time you breathe in, start to rebuild the spine. Coming back up to where you're stacking the spine, one bone on top of the other. Uncross and then take left over right. Zip up your legs into one unit and then hinge forward. Side to side might feel very different. So really honor. I don't think that because one side you were able to fall deeper that something's wrong if you can't, or that you shouldn't, or you should do it a certain way. Just let your body be your greatest teacher. Then tuck your chin. If that feels good, or stay upright, you decide. Breathe. And then slowly come up again. Restacking your spine, uncross your legs. We're going to come back to that figure 4 stretch with the window. We're going to work the ankle a little bit. So go ahead and pick it up and cross it. If this is not available to you, go ahead and lean back and find something that feels similar to this, but you want to be able to reach your right foot. If you can't, grab a partner and make them do this next set. Okay, I'm kidding, but do your best. If you're not able to cross, then you would be with your legs down and you would just rotate by moving the ankle this way by coming from the hip. So you're going to take your foot and just rotate the ankle. Just rotate the ankle. Think of all that our feet do for us, and our ankles, and the pressure that our ankles feel just by being upright, whether we're in a chair or standing. They take a lot. So then go the other way. Just feel that. They say that motion is lotion, so moving our joints in all the directions that can move it is great for creating that synovial fluid inside the joint to keep it fluid. Now bring your toes towards your knee and then point your toes. So you can use your hand to help this along, or you can just flex and extend. Point and flex. Just take a few of those. You'll feel some muscle action in the calves happening, whether you're using your hand to do the work or just flexing. It's perfect. So now we will lean back. Keep your leg there. And then start to shift the glutes down a little bit. You're going to interlace your fingers over your shin, uncross, and squeeze it in. Really get the stretch. And the reason why I like to slide down my chair a little bit is it's really uncomfortable to try to do this sitting upright, and you can't quite get as far. So this sort of mimics laying on the ground, if you will, and hugging your knees in. And this provides some digestion relief as well as a stretch for the hip. So now we've got the stretch into the hip. We're going to open, let the right knee drop. So I have this open shape here. I'm going to hold on to my leg and just rock it like a baby. Getting into the hip a little bit deeper here. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Bring the knee high to the sky again. Grab it underneath your knee, interlace your fingers, and straighten and bend. Straighten. I'm looking outside my back window. I have big studio doors here, and I have this family of squirrels. And the babies are so cute, and the parents are so not cute. And they just taunt. They just taunt all day. It's fun to watch. 3 more. 2 more. This last one, I want you to extend long and then bring your toes back towards your knee. Really flex. You should feel that. And then we will lower and do the whole thing on the other side. So we're going to lift that leg up, find the figure 4. Sit up tall first. And then remember, you can use your hand to rotate the ankle and circle and circle. And then go the other way. And we'll find that flexion. So we bring our toes back, and then we point and give a stretch to the top of the foot. Flex, point. So you can use your hand here, or you can just point and flex. Sometimes we forget about some of those joints. We're always working muscles, and we forget about some of the other joints in our body. So now we were going to lean back and bring that leg with you. Interlace a finger and squeeze in. Really get a stretch here for the glute. Beautiful. And then open. Let it fall. Grab your foot and just rock it like a baby. Just rock it like a baby. Perfect. Now bring your knee back. Interlace your fingers underneath. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. 4 more. 3, 2. Now straighten it and bring your toes back towards your knee and really push through the heel. You should feel a big, big stretch. Bend your knee and release. Go ahead and sit up. We're going to take our legs wide as if we're on that big horse. Hands are going to go to the inside, thumbs to the outside. We will lean halfway down. So my spine is still straight. My eyes are between my feet. And then I'm going to drop my right shoulder and turn and look over my left. So real big rotation here. Come back to center. Drop your left shoulder. Turn to the right. Come back to center and drop your nose towards the floor. Elbows will stay bent like cricket wings. When you get to your edge, go ahead and take your hands to the floor. Maybe their elbows are bent, maybe they're straight, you pick. And tuck your chin a lot. Full deep breaths here. We're going to come to that same spinal extension here. So plant your hands on the floor and then start to lift your nose and look forward. Press into the floor, round your spine, look at your belly. Drag your belly down, look forward. Press against the floor, tuck your chin. 1 more. Belly down, nose forward. Round your spine. Make your way back upright. Hands come to the legs. Use the strength of your arms to push yourself up and back. Arms are going to go high into what we know as a mountain pose. Drop your right elbow into your right side of your waist. Left arm goes up and over. And then we switch. Arms go high. We tick-tock over. Left elbow goes into the waist. Right arm goes up and over. Come back up, big breath, both arms go high. When you get to the top, start to draw some circles overhead. Doesn't matter which direction, we'll do both directions. 4, 3, 2, recreate length, pause, circle the other way for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, reach, and the arms come down. Go ahead and stack your arms like you have logs. We're going to twist side to side, side to side. Dragging the body over to one side, twisting. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring the arms down. Take them behind you again. Find the seat of your chair or the wheels. Push your heart forward, tuck your chin. And then slowly begin to transition the hands back around to the lap. Then across the right arm, across our body. Grab it with your left and pull it in towards your chest. And then turn and look over your right shoulder. And then we switch. Left arm goes across. Grab it with your right hand, pull across, and turn and look over your left shoulder. Come back to front. Let your arms come down. Down by your side, palms face up. We're going to scoop forward, look up, and drag down. Reach down, scoop forward, lift up, and pull down. You can start to add the spine here. Reach and pull. Lean forward. If you would like, reach and pull, just like you're scooping. 3 more. Beautiful pull. 2, and pull. Last one, up, and then down. Go ahead and take your arms out in front, lock your elbows into your sides. You're gonna lift your arms out to the side and then close your arms. Just working that shoulder in all the directions that a shoulder moves. 5 more. 4, 3, push into your butt bones. Support the spine by getting grounded through the back side of your body. Last one, last one. Hold your arms up. Watch my elbows. I'm going to go up and down. So I'm really rotating through the shoulder and getting into the triceps. That flap of stuff that we get, this is what works that. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and lower. So I'm going to adjust just a little bit. I want to be able to show you. When we think about our pelvis, which is located at the base of our spine, it's shaped much like a bowl. And a lot of times when we sit a lot, our pelvis naturally tucks under. And this can cause some tightness through the hips. It can cause just this sort of a sense of sluggishness, even energetically. So we're just sort of slouched over. And then on the other side of that coin, if our pelvis is rotated forward, then we're putting a little bit of crunch into that lower lumbar spine. So when we come to a neutral, our spine and our pelvis is completely upright. So I want you to pay attention to your pelvis here and think about it being like a bowl or a canteen, like a big thing of soup, okay? And so the bowl's here and the bowl is upright. Soup is not spilling, it's perfectly in the bowl. And then we're gonna tuck the pelvis under and spill the soup into our belly. And then recreate neutral. Then we're gonna pour the soup forward out of the bowl onto the floor and fill up the soup back to neutral. So we tuck under to spill it inward, fill it back up in neutral, tuck it forward to spill it onto the floor, and come back to neutral. Do that again. Tuck under, sit tall, spill it forward, fill it up. tuck it under, sit tall, spill it forward, and then come back. Now we're just going to do the tucking. We're not going to spill it forward. Come back to neutral. Spill it into you again. Come back to neutral. Too much of that forward spilling can cause some back pain, but this motion creates space in the spine as we build muscles in the belly. So we're spacious back there, and then we're neutral. Space, neutral. All right, now that you have it, put your arms out in front. We're going to do 10 of these pelvic tucks. 9. Really good for toning bladder stuff, low back, digestive stuff, building a strong core. Requires no sit-ups, no push-ups. 5, 4, 3. We're just taking the butt bones under and up. Under and up. Upright. 2 more. Beautiful. Let your arms come down. So you should feel some of that heat building in the abdominal wall. All right, walk your feet in. And then not so that they're close together or touching, but just a little bit wider than hips. Not as wide as we were and not narrow. And this is going to allow us to come into a really good forward fold, where we're not putting too much pressure on the hips or the back, but we're just allowing the body to surrender. So hands come onto your legs. I'm going to actually end up wrapping my arms down around my legs, which feels really nice for the shoulders that we worked kind of opening up from the back and around the front. All right, so sit tall to start, and then start to lay your belly forward. Lean forward and let your arms drape down your shins, maybe to your ankles. Once you find the fold, tuck your chin. And just let your arms hang, let your head hang. Close your eyes. By allowing the head to be below the heart, calm our nervous system, calm our minds. Now begin to come back up to seat, but we're going to get an opportunity to lean back now. The work is over. So we get comfy here. We can even slide down into what I call sort of the lazy, relaxed position. We're going to find that comforting posture that we began with. So place a hand right onto your heart, and then the other hand goes over that, and you kind of hunker into yourself, and then maybe even tuck your chin and close your eyes. And pay attention here as we close the practice to the sensation of weight being pressed against your chest. And find comfort in that touch. Find comfort in the nurturing that your own hands put into your body. With these beautiful hands of yours, reassure yourself. Everything is okay. Reassure yourself that you are okay. You are loved. You are cared for. You are seen. There's so much good in you. Whatever discomfort you feel, whether it's physical pain or emotional pain, reassure yourself. You are okay. You will be okay. Just stay here for a few more breath cycles. Just feeling the weight of your hands comforting, providing love to you. Take just another breath or two, allowing the body to find benefit of the practice, the breathing and the openness. As always, it is an honor to share my passion with you and my practice and my space. And I love being able to give you something new and different every single week, even though there's a lot of similarities. We can just focus different areas week to week and learn different techniques together at work and help you to feel better. So I hope that you're having a wonderful week and that you'll take the time to find the meditation that's part of this series. It's a wonderful practice, and I look forward to sharing it with you. So thank you again for your support, your feedback, your encouragement, and of course, your generosity. I appreciate each and every one of you, so thank you so much. Have a beautiful week.